Hi guys, welcome to day 5 of Junk Journal July. We are doing cabinet cards today. I did a bit of research before I did these because I wanted to get an idea, and they don't look exactly like cabinet cards, but I had a fun time. I'm showing you that I put that in my journal because I was like, yeah, look at how we got it so cute. Like, oh my god. Yeah, so now we got... Wow, the last video I yelled at my cat a lot. In this video, I'm listening to my dog eat a piece of cheese, and it's very loud. I mean, he's happy, so I guess that's all that matters. So we are, while I pull out the stuff, these photos. A lady moved into a house, and she found these in the rafters or something, and there was like a gigantic, huge box of them. And I do plan to sell them in packs. I just haven't had the time to set it up. I was showing you that he ghosted in that, and I thought that was cool. I like creepy things, so what do you expect? And the owner is like, the family was long gone, dead, so she sold me the box for like $20 and was like, here's 5 million pictures of these people. And like some of these date back to like 1800s, I want to say. Maybe not in this one, but I've had a couple of them that were like actual cabinet cards long ago, like, and they're beautiful and I love them. And I do plan to do some scans too. Here's Winifred checking out everything. These are the 3 photos I decided to stick with for whatever reason. Excuse me, mostly because of the size. So now I'm going through the stash that I pulled out of vintagey like papers that I wanted to try. So the first question, since we're doing questions all week, is no-sew versus bound junk journals. No-sew journals, or as I've recently, or within the last year, learned about, are called flow journals. And it's basically like a storage. Some people actually do junk journaling within them. I don't. I use them as storage. All the magazine pages get folded and put into them. It's like Traveler's Notebook, but not. Like, it's all just loose papers shoved under a rubber band. I have had a couple sent to me. I have one that I'm using right now that I like. I'm not sure where the other ones are, if I still have them, but this one I still have. It's big. And I like clip in ephemeras and stuff. I mostly use it for the big things that don't fit in my ephemera journals, or my ephemera binders. I have 2 ephemera binders, and I use page protectors in it, and then I also use baseball card sleeves in it to hold all my ephemera, and I love it. It works great for me. And then I have like the folder you see in the front right now is just things shoved into the sorted pockets in order to do Junk Journal July. So I like it. It's fun. I have a couple in for sale on my site, just mini ones. On my Etsy, Some Lost Artist. Please come buy a journal, please. I beg you. And I plan to, like, these ones have like stuff like basically a de-stash when it comes to it, because I just went through my stash of things I wasn't going to end up using and pulled them in there. And I'm hoping to create my own flow journals with my own things, like my collage pieces and everything that I create personally. So we'll see. That is a goal of mine 100% someday. Please let me do it. And then bound journals feels like real junk journals, which I explained in the last one. I have a weird thing about, like, if it's bound, it feels real. Like it's going to last forever real, whereas like if it's not bound, it can fall apart, and it doesn't feel like it's like a real journal to me. It's really weird. So I definitely prefer bound, but the no-sew journals, though they're cute and I love them, I don't think I could ever see myself junk journaling it, because I can just see them falling apart and everything. So I can take it apart and use a cover for something else, for another journal, and that's basically being begged on by my dog now. I don't even know where the cat went. I lost my train of thought. So yeah, that is my opinion on no-sew versus bound journaling. My next question is, how did I get started? Or how can you get started? Sorry, my last one was how I got started. How you can get started in junk journaling is look at what you have. Like, whether it is junk mail, pictures from your life, stationery that you already have. Like, try to stick with what you have first and slowly build your stash, because like if you end up not liking what you're doing, you're going to regret spending all the money. not going to lie right now. But slowly build it up. Use what you got first. So get like a notebook, preferably one you already own. But you can even go to like the dollar store and get a composition notebook. I see a lot of people junk journal in those and art journal in those. And they work. They just use a little bit of matte medium or Mod Podge. I mean, it's kind of two different things, but roughly they use it for the same thing. And prep the pages and everything, and they just journal away. And then also magazine. I love using magazines, and I think that my best art journal and junk journal pieces are from magazines. It's just, I love them. I have a gigantic stack under my desk, and I miss going to thrift stores because I would literally I think I walked out of a thrift store once with like 70 summer set greeting card magazines for like $12. Like you get them cheap and you don't have to pay full price. It's great. So go to your thrift store if you want magazines, or hit up free libraries that hang out on corners of streets. Like, that sounds really weird. I love the free libraries, and I am due. I mean, I have a bunch of books, but I just had thought process. Might ask a friend to take me. It's weird. It's so weird. I don't have a car. My car died, and now I have to rely on other people to take me places, and it drives me nuts. And so then I have to like think about like, would so and so take me, and if I could go on this day and everything. Like, I love it, and especially because I get a lot of broken books, because people don't want to throw them away. So they're like, even though it's falling apart, it's still good books, so people put them in there. And I will 100% go get those ones and turn them into journals. That's how I prefer it. And I love using book pages within my artwork, so it's fun. And then just a pen. Any pen will work. I use a Pilot G2 a lot, or an Inkjoy. Those are my favorite. But if you're working with water medium, like watercolor and acrylic, I suggest using like Micron, where they are archival ink, and so they're like, of course he waits until I'm in the middle of a voiceover to text me again. He is such a dork. Yeah, because then they don't smear when they get wet. So yeah, that's how I would suggest getting started, and just slowly build up your stash, and check with your friends, find out if they have any like office supplies, paper-wise or whatnot, and use YouTube. My whole spiel is I want to do my junk journaling and art journaling and any type of journaling as cheap as possible. So even just using kids stuff, like my favorite is Crayola. I love Crayola, and I will die on this hill. Like, it is maybe for kids, quotation marks, but it is absolutely amazing. And I will be using it within my journals on this YouTube channel very soon. Next video, because I'm like totally getting distracted and falling behind, is journaling within junk journals. I don't journal within junk journals. I will do memory keeping within junk journaling, so I'll do like the photos and maybe like a little spiel and stuff and the date, but I don't actually journal. What I want to, because there's one girl on Instagram. I just realized I haven't seen her for a while on Instagram, so now I'm worried about her. That she does, like, she doesn't really junk journal per se, but she like decorates the page like full on, just covers all the white space, and then she writes over the whole thing for her journaling. And I love the look of it. It looks very cool. So I would like to try that someday, but it is not immediate need to do that. I prefer a regular notebook. Like, not like a regular, like, use it for school notes notebook, but like a semi-fancy journal looking notebooks, moleskins and whatnot for my journaling. Because when I journal, like, I'll sometimes decorate the pages, but a lot of it is just I need to get this stuff out of my head and onto paper, and I don't want anybody to see it ever again, and so I don't typically put it in junk journals. But I do see that there's quite a few people within my Instagram feed who do. So it just comes down to what you want to do, what you like. And if you want to do it, then do it. No judgment here. Yeah. So right now, as you can tell, I do everything by looking. I very rarely measure. I hate measuring. I can't understand measuring. I look at the little dashes and I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Like, it does not work in my head. So I eyeball basically everything. Sometimes it works in my favor, a lot of times it doesn't. Do I learn my lesson? No, I do not. I don't ever learn my lesson. I'm so bad. um, yeah. So everything on here is pretty much eyeballed. I, measured it per se with my eyes to figure out and like mark where I need to cut and everything. And now I'm testing to see like what size, where things go. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, here comes Winifred. What? No. Okay. What I'm gonna do with these, but I definitely want to make more cabinet cards in the future, and I would like to digitally make cabinet cards, like frames and stuff. It is on the list of things I would like to explore. But for now, I'm just doing these out of scrapbook paper. Tim Holtz scrapbook paper, nonetheless. And I don't know, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, guys. I tend to do that a lot. I'm trying to fill up to 14. As you can see, I am adding the frame. I love this tape. This tape is like the best. It's so thin and nice. And I don't know. I like this photo of I like creepy things, and so this girl, like, she creeps me out just the way she's smiling. So it was a definite good purchase. Lord, I am always gonna be dinged at. Like, everybody, I don't get text messages like ever, and then today everybody's like, hey, let's just text her because she's obviously gonna be in the middle of something. So yay. Winifred is licking all my cheese now, so no, don't eat that. Don't wait. No, you can't lick this. Can you spit that out, please? Oh, you guys, I've said it before. I'm saying it again. Do not get a kitten. They're crazy. So let's see, where am I? I'm trimming it down because I wanted it to be smaller. So there's 3 sizes, which I focused on. I looked at so many different knit cards online to get an idea, and I didn't want to do just like the plain brown or black. I wanted it to be with the scrap paper that I already had. Like, my goal is to never buy things unless I'm like trying to prove something. Like, I do plan to buy some like Crayola or like the kids scrapbooking kits, blah 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 blah, to show that you can use children stuff, cheap children stuff for art journaling. And like, the whole point of me actually creating being glared at because I didn't fill her food, but her food, she already ate her breakfast, so I can't give her any more because she's a chunky girl. I want to create more, and I tend to not get myself to do it, so this YouTube is actually a motivation to get me to do it. And okay, I'm back. Winifred decided to step on my keyboard before I could stop it, and she totally took it away from me, and I had to come back. I lost, like, the video stopped recording and everything, or the voiceover. So cats are great, you guys. Cats are wonderful. She's mad at me. I took the cheese away because she shouldn't be eating it, so that is what it is. My train of thought is gone, so whatever I was saying, I'm sorry. I don't feel like listening back to find out what I was saying. Okay, so the last question is, and I will answer it in the next video, and or in the comments, we'll see, is 2 truths and a lie, because that's a big thing going around on Instagram right now. So here they are. Number 1, I had an Etsy a few years ago. Number 2, I'm working on an art degree. And number 3, I have a tattoo of a journal on my leg. Can you guys write below which you think is the lie? I do know that every time somebody gives me one of these, I get it right. I have a method to my madness, and I can tell which one they're lying about. I will not tell you it now because I will give away the answer, but I want you to write down in below what you think my lie was. Was it my tattoo? Was it my art degree? Or was it my Etsy shop past? That was 1 minute. Wow. Okay. So let's just ramble on and on and on and on and on and on. I am batch recording and batch editing and batch voiceovering and batch uploading for this month because, as I suspect from how this week went, these videos will come out being longer than I expect, and I won't be able to put them all together, which is fine. Like, I'm not, like, I don't know, like, I would like them all uploaded within July at the least. This week, we have really, really bad smoke. There's, like, fires all around us, so I've been, like, extra tired, and my voice has been extra bad, so I just haven't been able to get myself to get the voiceovers done in time. And now it's Friday, my recording day, so now I'm doing 7 voiceovers, 7 uploads, and then I gotta turn around and record and take photos for 7 more that I have to do. I'm actually pretty excited that I stuck with it this long, because usually when I do something, I don't stick with it as long as this. But now that I'm connecting it to YouTube, it's definitely keeping me going, and it's definitely getting better. I will say by the end of this week, the videos of this week, my creations started to suck, so you can probably tell. I did, in the middle of one of my videos, have to run to the vet and take my dog to the vet too, so might as well talk about that. He lived with my grandmother. I'm not close with my grandmother. She basically hates me. I don't know. She's just that kind of a grandmother. And so she moved into nursing home because she can't take care of herself because I don't know why, I don't pay attention. And she took her dog with her. Well, they won't let her take him into the dining room for understandable reasons. And she can't go off with her friends and blah, 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 blah. And so she's like, I'm going to take him to the pound. He was at least between 10 and 12 at this age. Like, if he goes to the pound, you know what they're going to do, right? So it took a lot of convincing, but I brought him home to my sister's house when I was living with her at the time. And under the pretense of we were going to find him a forever home. It never happened. Well, I mean, it did happen because he's forever home with me now. But I wasn't going to let her take him to the pound because that's no life. And basically the minute he realized he was safe and super loved, he became a puppy all over again. So during the years that he lived with my grandmother, she did not take it. She very rarely took him to the vet or got him groomed or brushed his teeth or anything like that. So he has the worst teeth. My mom also is not the very best at taking animals to the vet or brushing their teeth. That's just, she was raised in a very poor household, and so it wasn't a thing that you did. And I don't fault her on it. Oh, we're already at the end of the video. Okay, never mind. I will continue the story later. Let's just say he's very, very happy. Here I am putting one of the pictures into my journal. So thanks for watching. And then, again, two truths and a lie. Comment below what the lie is. Bye!